You're behind schedule, team.
I know I gotta work on those episodes. But I'm busy right now.
God, to me, seriously? Don't be so stupid.
Kind of busy.
Fine. Here's the new episode.
Episode 9, entitled Flytor, is another story episode disguised as a throwaway episode. While the main story itself is a standalone, a lot of tiny things happen that will affect future episodes. We begin with the Hyperforce fighting this big slug creature as Skeleton King watches from afar. Skeleton King comments on how the Hyperforce are taking too long, showing that apparently this monster is nothing more than a test Skeleton King can observe. Skeleton King comments on how the Hyperforce are taking too long, showing that apparently this monster is nothing more than a test Skeleton King can observe. As the Hyperforce wins, Otto affectionately names the monster Mouthtor to the ridicule of Gibson.
Mouthtor? Really, Otto, must you give every creature we engage a ridiculous name?
I like Mouthtor.
Back on the robot, we see Chiro playing some video game involving lassoing monsters. I like how in a world with giant robots and space battles, the video games have Atari graphics. There is this subplot of each member of the team getting sucked into playing the game and getting obsessed to the dismay of Gibson and Atari, but really there isn't much more to it than that. Atari wants the team to go on patrol, but Chiro, being lazy, wonders if Sugazoom can have a defense system. Just like back in episode 3, using logic, Gibson points out everything the defense system would need but be near impossible to create. And Otto, not thinking with logic, just does it. Atari is hesitant, but Chiro insists on it. While testing the defense system, it shoots missiles towards the team itself, only to find...
Hey, it worked! Just testing it.
System deactivated.
Skeleton King finds the team complacent, sending some meteor thing down to Sugazoom. The defense system takes care of most of it, although some little pieces were able to sneak in. The first creature, a crawfish, has this weird animation that, while cool, really is odd compared to the rest of the series. There's also a baby bat and some plant creature. Oh, and this old man, who, yes, we will be seeing again in the future. Tired of the team lazing in the robot, Gibson and Atari take the team outside. They end up in the local arcade, where even Gibson is swayed by the allure of Atari graphics.
I've often wondered if Chiro's human preoccupation for such frivolous play would spread to the others, Gibson. Of course, I realize that your scientific mind would never bother with such trivialities.
That's right. You're going down, Zephyrbot.
The alert goes off as the three monsters are scattered across the city. The team goes to fight them, but are unprepared. I'll talk about this in detail later, but basically Otto uses the defense system to trap the monsters in bubbles. Atari states the obvious that the team became lazy and has Otto disable the system. Meanwhile, Gibson, who is analyzing the monsters, does the stupidest thing possible.
Let's see. First, we'll merge you into one simple package. Yes, definitely hostile creations, severely lacking in cohabitation skills. Impossible!
So yeah, apparently Skeleton King made the monsters purposefully to merge together so the team try to attack with the defense system, only for the monster to mess with the system and make it malfunction and attack the super robot. The monster takes down the system as the team attack in person. During the fight, the monster uses a third eye to scan Chiro. Otto dives and gets Chiro away from the scan as Chiro gets his cool new jetpack destroyed. And everyone but Chiro and Otto get eaten. Good thing that stomach is transparent so we can see all this. Chiro seems to fly off as the wing gets separated. Otto frees the team, but they all freefall until, rather cleverly, Chiro uses his scarf to turn the wing into a paraglider. Otto name drops the episode.
Not for that thing.
You mean Flytor?
Excellent, Otto. Flytor has a nice ring to it. Flytor.
And everything is A-okay.
Come on, monkey.
Or is it?
Perfect. Let the fool savor a false triumph, ignorant of the true victor of this conflict. Hello, Chiro. Now, let's find out what makes you so special.
The ending of the episode shows that Skeleton King didn't care if Flytor won or lost, as all he was after was Chiro's genetic copy, which, say it with me, will come to play in a future episode. This episode is pretty harmless. I mean, the humor is great and the idea behind the episode is clever, but because of it, the action somewhat lacks. I like how we are now raising the bar of Skeleton King from your Repulsa style of just trying all sorts of plans and wishing the best of luck, to having this grandiose scheme trying to come into play. While I like the main idea of the plot, Monkey Team gets lazy and they lose their edge, the team seems to lose all of their fighting skill in the span of a day, maybe two, as time cannot possibly have passed this fast. Even Antario is not taking place in the gaming of the team at all is off his game. But this is kind of nitpicky here. Again, nothing amazing, but nothing bad either. We will continue talking about character motivations when we get into episode 10.
Protecting an entire city would demand monumental advances in troposphere technology.
Like a big bubble?
Otto, please. That is an extreme oversimplification of an infinitely complex invention.